Colors and moods. How to avoid being overwhelmed by negative emotions. How to avoid being overwhelmed by negative emotions through a practical exercise using colors and moods. In this article, I want to help you better deal with unpleasant emotions due to the loss of your dear four-legged friend. I hope it can help you regain the smile on your face. It helped me a lot when I lost my beloved Argo. Good and bad emotions. There are no good emotions and bad emotions, they are all useful and functional for your well-being. They guide your perception of the world and, as a result, influence your behaviors. They also have the function of influencing your memories, connoting them differently. And this is where I would like to ask this question: how do you feel right now? What is your main emotion? Surely it will be sadness or anger or unhappiness. At first glance, these are negative and unpleasant emotions that no one would want to have. Yet even these have their usefulness, although the first thing you would like to do is to drive them out of your head or ignore them. These emotions arise for a reason: to fill a void, the big void that your four-legged pet left behind. This void is essential to our lives because it causes us to try to fill it. How can you fill it without harming it? Surely you must have found shortcuts to hide your pain. There are 3 shortcuts that we have all used at least once. Denial, trying to deny the evidence that you are hurting and in pain. This is the strongest as well as the most damaging. Compensation, trying to act against the emotion by compensating in different ways. An example might be that extra glass of wine, eating ice cream to forget, or other behaviors that goes to cover up the negative emotion when it arises. Daydreaming, this is not so harmful in truth, but it becomes a problem when we use it permanently, locking ourselves in our world where all problems seem to disappear. If every time you have a problem you find shelter in your world instead of facing it, there will come a day when you will still have to deal with it. Denial, compensation, and daydreaming are defenses have also saved us from too much pain or reactions we would have preferred to avoid. But they are permanent defense mechanisms, they cannot be used forever. Yes, okay, but how do I keep my emotions from overwhelming me? How not to be overwhelmed by negative emotions through the color and 8-minute technique. I want to teach you a trick that helped me in the past to overcome the pain of losing my beloved Argo. Get a pen and paper, a timer, and a space to yourself. Try not to let anyone interrupt you, and have silence and quiet. Take time for yourself. Set the timer to 8 minutes, where you will concentrate on writing using the technique of the fluid writing method. Writing starting with a color of your choice from gray, blue, green, red, yellow, fuchsia, brown, black. Write the gray as, and transcribe what that color represents at that precise moment for you. Take care, one color at a time. Let each one speak, then close the notebook without rereading. Don't think about grammar, spelling, or syntax, just write whatever comes to mind without following any set rules other than your own and what you want to put down on paper at that precise moment. If you happen to stop to reason or judge what you write, stop leaving the sentence in the middle, go to the end, and resume with the next color. Repeat this exercise once a day, or when you feel that sadness, anger, or any other negative emotion is taking over. This exercise can help you focus on what colors can make you feel better, but at the same time, if used at the time of greatest sadness or anger, it can help you throw out your emotions, letting them vent. And then give you some calm and tranquility. When a not-so-pleasant emotion takes over, accept it. I know it is difficult and I know it hurts, but it is the only way to use this emotion in the way it was intended by our evolution. They are signals that the body and mind send us to give attention to our real present. This approach works because it lets the emotion express itself so that it can transform into something else. But the final process will always be that, the going through and transformation of that emotion. You may feel the need to cry, to lie on a bed and cover yourself, to hide in a hot bath with sad music. Do it. Let the emotion express itself and let that pain flow, at least for a while. After that, get back in touch with your strength, pamper yourself. Remind yourself that everything is in transformation and that things will shine again. Past this time, everything will be okay. A hug from Flower Pup.